Alright guys, so welcome to my ranking of the Reverse Retro 2.0 jerseys that came out in 2022 and were worn in the 2022-2023 season. We're ranking all 32 jerseys. Let's get right into it. I'm going to start off with the worst 4 jerseys on my list, and I'm going to clump all of these into one group because to me they're all abominations, and I would say Detroit and Chicago are definitely worse than San Jose and Carolina. But I think all 4 of these jerseys are fails. So for these bottom 4, I'm not going to spend a lot of time talking about them. But for Detroit, I think there's just too many lines, and it has the Detroit lettering, and it just has the name of the city written down along the front of the jersey, which is just really boring, uninspired, not a good effort. I understand it's from the Cougars past, but I just think that for a reverse retro, this is just totally uninspired. And they should try again next year, but there won't be a next year. Anyways, for Chicago, there's just way too many lines. You just count all the lines. There's just way too many lines separating the colors. Too many color changes here. And again, with the Chicago boring lettering on the front, it's just boring, uninspired. Same thing as Detroit. And now for the San Jose Sharks, I understand that this is a nod to the Golden Seals and kind of that era, but it's just a little bit uninspired again. I feel like they could have done a lot more with this jersey. I like the colors. I think the colors are kind of interesting and never seen before in the NHL since that team existed. I just think they could have done a lot more, and that boring Sharks logo out front is just not that nice. So that's why it's third bottom. And then we have the Carolina Hurricanes with their reverse retro that isn't even a reverse retro. It's not reversing, actually it is reversing, but it's not a retro to anything. They already wear this type of away jersey, so why would you need to reverse retro back to it? I don't get it at all. I think it's a decent design. It's a nice kind of color, but it'll go fourth bottom because it's not really imaginative at all. Next, we have the Columbus Blue Jackets, and to me, this is just another underwhelming one. The good thing about this is that I kind of like the colors. I think it does look really good on the ice. I do like that look, and the logo looks pretty nice on this one on a black background. I kind of like it a little bit more. My issue is just it's a direct copy from kind of what they have right now. I know it's inspired by a previous look they had, but yeah, it's just not fantastic. And at 27th place, we have the Nashville Predators Reverse Retro 2.0, and this is a nice one. I'm not gonna say it's bad, even though it's at 27. By the way, we're getting out of the abominations, so these jerseys are not fantastic, but they're not abominations either. I do think this is a nice idea, a nice concept. It's just not as good as the other ones higher up on this list, and I do think they could have done a little bit more with this look. The logo is very unique and very cool. I just think they could have done more with the actual jersey design. To me, it's pretty bare bones other than the arms, and the arms usually aren't really a big feature of these jerseys, so I just wish they did a little bit more. And now 27, we have the Arizona Coyotes, and to me, this one's a little bit of a mistake. Just because I don't love the color. I think they got the color a little bit wrong. I'm not saying it's bad. I just think it doesn't look fantastic. That bright orange you'll see in this next photo on the ice, it looks a little bit weird. It looks like the Anaheim Ducks. I just don't understand the orange. I would have liked it if it was a more sandy color, like maybe a tan color instead of orange, but it is what it is. The design is pretty cool either way. But I do think the previous Reverse Retro, the 1.0 version, was actually way better. At 26, I'm going to put the Islanders Fisherman jersey, and this might be a little bit low for a Reverse Retro ranking, but to me, I just don't love what they did with it. I like the Fisherman, I like that old jersey. I think they missed out on a few features. I think they could have added a little bit more. Like, why didn't they add a wave to it, like with the water? There's no water going on, which is a little bit weird. But otherwise, it looks pretty decent. And up next, it's the St. Louis Blues jersey. And a lot of people are saying this is just a big miss. But for me, I'm going to put it at 25, and I just like the creativity. I think the logo is pretty cool. I just think it's like pretty interesting, and it nods back to a jersey concept for the Blues that was never actually used on the ice, which I thought was a cool idea and a cool concept to bring for their reverse retro. I know a lot of people won't wear this because it is yellow, but either way, I think it's still a better and more cool jersey than all these other ones on the list. All right, so at 23rd, I'm going to put the Vegas Golden Knights. I just think in general, it's a plain jersey, and normally I don't love such a plain jersey, especially for an expansion team like Vegas, but because they added the glow in the dark element, it does add a little bit to it. I do like the font. I think the font's pretty cool. I like the number font as well. The number font is very unique and very vibrant as well. The black look in general is a nice look, and I like the additional colors of red and gold. So it's an okay jersey. It's not the greatest though. All right, now 22nd, I'm going to put the Philadelphia Flyers. And okay, fine, it doesn't have a lot of color to it. It's mostly black and white, but I kind of like that. I think it's a really classic look. It's not a jersey that they're going to wear a lot. They don't really have to make it look super flashy and vibrant. I like the design of having the thin upper arms and then go into the more thick black and orange design on the arms. I think that's pretty cool. And the logo on the jersey is nice and big, front and center. And I generally like when teams make their reverse retro a white jersey. I think it's a cool look, because like wearing white at home was something that happened before the 2000s. And that's something that changed in the NHL that I think would be really interesting if they brought that back. And then in 21st, we have the Winnipeg Jets Reverse Retro. And this one, it's kind of going back to their 90s look, which to me is their least favorable look in terms of aesthetics. The logo is pretty nice, but in terms of the jersey, I think the jersey is a little bit plain. And that aviator blue color isn't my favorite either. So that's why it's a little bit lower. If they had better colors, it would be further up on this list for sure. All right, now in 20th place, we have the Seattle Kraken. And to me, this is a cool jersey. It's maybe a little bit too busy and it's a little bit out there, but to me, I don't really mind too much. I think it's still a nice look. They used a more fluorescent green teal color, which is pretty cool. I like that. I like how the eye kind of rises above the water. That's a cool touch. And I don't really understand where this is from, but I still think it looks pretty cool. It's going to be about mid-pack. And at number 19, now I'm going to put the Buffalo Sabres goat head, but not the original goat head. It's the white version of the goat head, not with the red and black or silver accents. No, it's with the royal and gold accents. And I really like this one. I like how it's a white look again. I prefer the white reverse retros mostly, and to me it's all about the logo. The logo really takes the spotlight in this jersey, and as well the jersey designs in general are just really nice, and it fits the Buffalo Sabres brand really well. So I'm going to put it at 19. I think it deserves to be pretty high. And also, I'm not a big fan of the white look with the white pants in their full uniforms. I think maybe just sticking to blue pants would have been better, but we're talking about the jersey, it's still a nice jersey, and it's definitely a good collector's item. And by the way, now we're getting to the jerseys that I actively like. And at number 18, we have the Edmonton Oilers. I think it looks really cool. I like how they added the current modern orange elements to this jersey that used to be their alternate. I think the logo looks really nice up close. But to me, what lacks on this jersey is the design elements. I feel like there could have been more added to it because I think it looks good, but it doesn't look like really eye-catching. I feel like they could have done a little bit more with it. And next at number 17, we have the Toronto Maple Leafs. And I know it's at 17, but I do like this jersey a lot. That kind of felty logo with that weird stitching, that like off stitching. It looks unique and it's different and it's cool. And I like how they added something completely new to this jersey while also being an old style. I like the thin white shoulder yokes. I think that's kind of a cool design. And I like that. I like this look for the Leafs. When I saw it in person, when I went to the Marlies game earlier, I thought it looked really good. So yeah, it's at 17. And now it's the Ottawa Senators Reverse Retro at 16, and I just like this design. And the reason why it's ranked a little bit lower, even though I really like it, is because I think it is too similar to the home jersey already. The only major difference I see with this is with the number font, which is really cool and unique, and also that little extra design in the front. In general, I really like it, especially on the uniform on the ice. And this is something as an auto fan that I would try to pick up. And now at number 15, we have the Minnesota Wild throwing it back to the old Minnesota North Stars colors with a revised green and gold logo. So it's the same logo, just with the different colors. And I do like the stylization. I'm not a huge fan of this color combination in particular, but just as a jersey set, especially with the uniform, I do like it. It looks super good on the ice. And I think just because the logo and the more classic design of it, it is going to be a little bit higher than the other jerseys before it. So I do like this one. I think it's a solid jersey at number 15. And now at number 14, we have the Colorado Rockies, and they weren't the Rockies. That was the New Jersey Devils, old team, but you get the idea. It's basically paying homage to the state, I guess maybe to the Colorado Rockies as well, even though that franchise is a part of the New Jersey Devils, but I don't know if it really matters. But they took inspiration from the state. They have the big state logo in the front, and it just looks really good. It's super clean and super nice. It just looks very put together and very nice on the ice with Cale Makar right there. At number 13, we have the Boston Bruins, and I really like this idea. I like the logo, it looks really cool. I think the shoulder yoke and that belt design thingy on the arms too, that looks really cool. I like that element a lot. It just looks, when they're wearing it, it looks like they're bears. They're actual bears on the ice, which I think is pretty sick for a hockey team, and I feel like they did really well with this one. The only reason that it's down lower is because of the colors. I know it's kind of like a black bear or like maybe a brown bear, but I thought there were just better jerseys on this list. At number 12, we have the Calgary Flames with their pedestal jersey, and this is a bit of a surprise, I think, to a few people, because if you look at the jersey on its own, you could understand maybe the criticism of the jersey itself, but to me, it's not really about the aesthetics. It's not about how symmetrical it is. I just think it's a really interesting, fun, and unique design. I especially like the logo outlined in black and gold, and I think that little pedestal thing makes it kind of interesting. It really puts the logo front and center, and I do like the design, the red and the striping going down the arms. I think it's really cool and deserving of a spot that is higher in my list. At 11, we got the Florida Panthers with their reverse retro. It's a baby blue, another baby blue one. And to me, this just screams Florida vibes. You got the blue representing the water, the palm tree and the sun logo. That's their alternate logo that they've used in the past. It looks really nice out front, really colorful and fun. I like the arm detailing, the striping on the arms, and I do like the shoulder yoke, and that is more of a throwback to their expansion days when they had those original uniforms. So overall, it's a really Florida jersey, and I like it a lot. And now at number 10, we have the Tampa Bay Lightning with their Storm jersey, and this one is reverse retro because back in the day, I believe it was either blue or they made it black. So the actual background of that Tampa Bay logo, I believe that was a black primary color. I think this looks pretty cool. It's a very unique look, and they actually wore it on the ice. You could tell it's a little bit silly, and that's why it's kind of not at the top, but I just like how they did something cool and they did something fun. I really like the number font as well. They made it really playful. They're not taking it too seriously, which is great, and that's why I gave it a lot of points at number 10. And at number 9, we have the Montreal Canadiens reverse retro baby blue jersey, and this was inspired kind of by the city colors, whatever that means, but this was definitely paying homage to the Montreal Expos. I understand a lot of rankings have this jersey a little bit lower, but I don't really get why. I think it's a really clean design. It matches the home jersey really well. I actually really like the color combinations with this jersey. Also, the uniform looks really good. I like the dark blue pants kind of matching with the entire look. But just in general, it's a really put together jersey uniform, and blue is definitely a unique color for the Canadians, and I like how they went in that direction. And at number 8, we have the Anaheim Ducks jersey that goes back to their past designs with that logo. It really does look like a Mighty Ducks jersey, which is great. And I love how they put their modern colors because I do like the Anaheim Ducks modern look. And what they really need is to just update everything. Their jerseys feel like they're from literally 2010 or like 2012. They feel really old. And I understand they want to create a legacy with their jerseys, but to me, it's the wrong legacy. With this really nice duck-billed goalie mask as their primary logo, I really like it. And I like the white look on the ice. Again, I'm going to bump up all the white jerseys that I see because they're just very clean and very nice. And this one is no exception. I like the striping a lot. I like how it's on an angle. Just in general, it's a really nice look. That's why it's at number 8. And at number 7, we have the Dallas Stars. And when they first released this look, I wasn't really excited about it. I thought it was kind of a missed opportunity because I wanted them to go back to that star jersey design. And I thought the logo was really outdated on this one. But to me, what kind of changed my mind was when I saw them wearing it actually on the ice because it looks so good. It's so clean with that striping. The silver accents, I love the silver accents to it. It just looks really good. Super clean with that uniform. You can see Tyler Seguin wearing it on the ice. It just looks really good. I don't know how you could fault this. It's at number 7. It's a great look. And at number 6, we have the Washington Capitals throwback to the, 2005 era. The Screaming Eagle looks super nice with that black background, and I like that Capitals font on the front of the jersey. The only reason why this is a little bit lower than perhaps in the top 3 is because, in my opinion, it's just a little bit too dark. They also wore black pants with this uniform, and on the TV, it just looked a little bit too dark on the ice. I'm more of a fan of a jersey when it has a more brighter look on the ice, and to me, this was just a little bit too dark. But other than that, it's just really well done, super sleek, and super nice for the Washington Capitals. At number 5, we have the New York Rangers Lady Liberty. This looks really fantastic. It's the classic New York look, in my opinion. This would make a really good alternate for New York, and I know that's what they're looking for right now. I feel like this is something that so many people would buy. I know they're really interested in the money and in their big market in New York, and I think this is a big hit. I love the uniform as well. I just think everything about it screams New York, and I really enjoy this design. It's a lot better than that dark navy one they used in the Reverse Retro 1.0. Alright, and at number 4, we're getting close to the top 3, but we have the Vancouver Canucks with the kind of Johnny Canuck look, and this is such a unique jersey. I've never seen anything like it before, and that's why I really like it. It looks so retro, but also so modern at the same time. I think the logo is executed really well. I like the striping on the jersey, and the color matches really well. And the only reason it's a little bit lower is because I think the top 3 jerseys in my list, they're coming up next. I think these 3 are close to perfect, so sometimes you just can't beat it. And then at number 3 in our top 3, we have this beautiful New Jersey Devils, Kansas City Scouts, Colorado Rockies jersey. So they managed to kind of combine elements of all 3 brands, and that's why I really like it a lot. They inverted the striping on the arms and on the waist, and that kind of makes it like a really cool effect. And I would totally buy this. This is another white look, a white jersey look that just looks so nice and so clean on the ice. And it's kind of like you're transported back in time, but with a modern element. Because these jerseys are designed so well by Adidas, it just looks really good on the ice as a uniform. I love those uniforms. and I would totally buy this if I was a New Jersey fan. And at number 2, just missing out on the number 1 spot, and it's going to be the Robo Penguin, going back to an old look that the Penguins used to have. And I love this jersey, and I understand how it might be plain to most people and a little bit boring, but you got to understand that just that this logo and this jersey combination just makes a whole lot of sense. It looks really, really good. And what puts it over the edge as well, kind of like with other ones, is the actual uniform. And it just looks so special, so unique. I think the shoulder yoke and that cool angle design on the arms really balances out the dark features really well. It's a vibrant gold yellow color, and I just really like it. And the Robo Penguin also looks really nice too as their logo. So that's going to be at number 2. And then at number 1, we have the LA Kings with their reverse retro look. And to me, this is like the best of the best of the best. And I understand it's a plain jersey. I understand it's white. I understand the sleeves and, that design is very old. I get all that. I understand. You're right in the comments down below. To me, this logo is special. It's a special edition jersey that's never going to come back again, which is actually really sad because to me, the LA Kings need to have a purple jersey in their roster. I love the crown logo. The crown logo is just so nice and so unique, and the way the prime green jersey pops out the 3D elements of this logo makes it even better. And that's why, as a jersey collector, I would totally want to buy this one. I don't believe they're actually on sale. I believe they're sold out, which is incredible. It's a totally great buy. If you already purchased this one, congrats to you because it's a great buy and it's a really, really special jersey. Just look at it on the ice with Kevin Fiala. It looks fantastic. You can't tell me otherwise. It's the best jersey. I'm not going to say by far, but it totally deserves to be number 1. It's just fantastic. That is why this is at number 1, and that will conclude our video today. I'm going to leave the outro really short, but I hope you enjoyed this ranking. If you have your own opinions, let me know in the comments below. I also want to know if you guys have any of these jerseys in your own collection. Subscribe if you want to see more videos from me, and like the video if you enjoyed it. It helps out the YouTube algorithm. Thank you very much for watching. I will see you next time.